He started wearing glasses in public in 1966 after he starred in the film How I Won the War, and he wore glasses for that and realised, okay, I look good in these sort of round glasses. But this pair he had a little bit before that, and he gave them to his housekeeper to use in a fancy dress party, a Just William fancy dress party in '65. So just a little bit before he was wearing them in public. So yeah, a very interesting early pair of glasses, because at the time in public he was wearing contacts.
The immediate security area, the Beatles in a second. Each step of the way closely watched by...
We did have a pair of sunglasses, actually. These are spectacles, but we had a pair of sunglasses last December which sold for upwards of 100 grand. So these are conservatively estimated at 30 to 50,000, but they are glasses and they're intact, which the ones last December were actually broken. But yes, they come from the housekeeper of John Lennon, so some amazing provenance as well. And yeah, we're hoping that they do quite well.
I mean, the way I've seen this, I mean, it just makes you realise what's probably shouldn't surprise anyone, which is that those characteristics that make you a great rock and roll star don't necessarily endear you to your teachers at school. So, you know, you have a very strong picture here of someone who basically just isn't that interested. You know, he's acting out, he's lazy, he's not paying attention, he's much more interested in sort of you know, attracting the interest of his classmates and turning up late for school and cheeking his teachers. To be honest, just what you'd expect really from John Lennon.
The quote which John Lennon made to a London columnist more than 3 months ago has been quoted and represented entirely out of context.
This is Brian Epstein's watch that he was wearing. You can see it in photographs of the time that he's wearing, especially during the 1966 World Tour, this kind of huge, great spectacle that really was what decided the Beatles that, okay, this is it, we've had enough of touring. After they'd had a very difficult reception in Japan, they'd accidentally offended Imelda Marcos in the Philippines, and then of course you had the bigger than Jesus incident in the States. After all that, they'd had enough, and this is the watch that that Brian Epstein was wearing during that period.
Pandemonium paid a visit to the USA. 4 shaggy minstrels, the Beatles, who look and speak like this.
Well, in a minute. No, first of all, we're bringing out the Stamp Out Detroit campaign. Which, you know... What about it? How big are they?
Bruised drums and hurt guitars incited a frenzied loyalty.
It's extraordinary how much love and attention that people still bring to the Beatles. There's no sign of any slackening of interest. I think there is something about the optimism and the beauty of the music that just sings to us today. And I think perhaps especially at this moment, you know, looking back to the 60s, it just seems like such a glorious time, and they were having a ball, and it shows through.